What's up guys, it's you again for another deep dive in Ragnarok New World. Today we're going to discuss about rune engines and why is it very important in helping you build your character. Rune engines can be built and have presets here, so you should have one for PvE, one for PvP, and one for guild because they have a different goal where in PvE you have to prioritize the damage, in guild you have to get the AoE effects, and then in PvP is the balance of tankiness and the damage. So what you should prioritize, number one, the resonance, and then number two, the skill effect. So the stats is only a bonus for now. For me, in PvE, what are good resonance that you should get is the level 2 or level 3 blue because it has ignore defense and also increase speed damage and damage. But I think the level 3 blue isn't worth it for me on my case in physical attack, but because it has a increase 40% on casting skill, while the red one is damage to all classes, so it's not very good for PvE. But if you can get the level 3, I believe it's gonna be worth it. I think the level 1 green is already enough because it has a plus 8 stats. So a lot of people is thinking that yellow is only for healers. But if you read here, increase healing effect and healing received. So there's always a priest in a PvE content. So that's a bonus. But the reduced damage taken when abnormal status and increased damage dealt to abnormal status. So basically it has a 10% plus damage and minus 10% damage taken because there are always abnormal status on bosses. Gunslinger has a debuff, so that's counted as abnormal status. And also, when receiving or applying healing, increase control resistance, physical attack, and magic attack by 8%. So for me, that's one of my priority in PvE content. Also, my skills, this one, increase damage multiplier by 6% with abnormal status, so that's plus 6%. Increase damage by multiplier by 8%. And then this one is a chance for bonus damage, has 15% chance to increase magic attack and physical attack. And then the layered blade. This one is my priority right now, but I don't have the rune for a good rune for it. For purple or gold because it increases the overall damage that stacks, which is easy to stack on a gunslinger. So this one is a bonus because I'm trying to get the level 3 yellow crystal. So when you're trying to build the rune engine, first you should prioritize again the resonance, what you're trying to accomplish, and then the skills. So that's it for my PvE guild. So in the guild versus guild, where you have a lot of players, what you should prioritize in getting here is the AoE effects, which is Healing Nova, and then the Warding Halo. So why I say those are good skills, because if you check here, the effect of Healing Nova and Warding Halo, it reduces the physical and magic damage by all allies within 8 meters by 4%. So it doesn't just affect you, but also affect your allies. So I believe it also affects the team, the people that in your team, not just your party. So then the Healing Nova, this one should be stacking, but it's hard to get. So it generates a Healing Nova every 25 seconds, restoring 5% of HP to nearby allies, and releases an additional Nova, but healing is reduced by 50%. So it's an AoE heal for everyone in the guild. And then after that, what I'm prioritizing in guild versus guild, of course, is the damage because I'm one of the main DPS in our guild league, and I'm just relying heavily on the priest to heal me and resurrect me. But in so my resonance here is balance, damage to all class, healing effect for level 2. So I'm sacrificing the increased magic attack, physical attack here, and then for a level 2 blue and level 2 red because there's a lot of healing in guild versus guild. Also, it's because of getting this warding halo. It has a red, so might as well use it. And then lastly, in my PvP build, what I did prioritize is tankiness on a 1v1 or small scale PvP because hit damaging, especially on tier arena, is already enough. The battle for Gunslinger is only trying to sustain more, also trying to hit with more critical. So right now, the meta for Gunslinger, I believe, especially in tier arena and Chosen, is who has the higher critical and who has more tankiness. So yesterday I was defeated by the one who was top one, but that guy is a whip. So anyway, achieving this level 3 is reduced damage from all class 5%, and then upon entering you gain a shield, and then taking damage has 20% chance to enter auto counter state. So for 5 seconds you're reflecting 30%, which is very huge, especially in a 1v1 and small scale. So it affects not only physical attack but also magic attack. So my favorite is just a level 1 wind resonance for the plus 8 all stats. So unfortunately, I was not able to make this level 2, but the goal is also to have a level 2 blue, but it's hard to get my favorite. Of course, also the level 2 yellow for the reduced 8% and increase 8% because even in 1v1, there's always a negative effect. That's really one of my priority to always have at least level 2 yellow in PvP. For the skills, so fortunately, I have a tanky double brown gold here, which is low HP shield, which is very good in PvP, and then abnormal status damage, which I've mentioned. There's always a debuff. If not, you can use the cards that inflicts poison or inflicts debuff. Feather Light randomly removes one negative status, so this is a counter for that. And then this one is just a bonus. And then this one is also a very good skill for PvP. So that's it for the builds. So that's it, guys. I hope you learned a lot in this video and that your character is now stronger. Make sure to always change your preset when doing PvP or PvE content. And see you in the next video.